Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage Jewelry. My name is Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube, and I use intuition and messages from spirit to communicate energies as they sit to you, the viewer. And today we will be doing a timeless reading, and we will be looking at what's coming in next for you. Okay, so what big surprise, what blessings, what's around the corner for you, and we'll let spirit communicate that message to you. So there are 3 options to choose from. Okay, so pile number 1 is this buffalo palm stone right here. Okay, and then pile number 2, or option number 2, is this piece of ammonite. Okay, and then option number 3 is this buck, or this deer palm stone. Okay, so if you're new to pick a cards, the timestamp will be in the description box below. It'll take you directly to your option, or you can go to the pinned comment and select from there, and I will see you at your timestamp. Hello, my beautiful pile number 1. If you pick this buffalo stone, then this will be your reading. Now, this will take a little bit, and this helps me get in the zone for shuffling, but I will be doing the shuffling all on film, or I guess on video. We'll be asking spirit for clear and concise message regarding pile number 1 and what's right around the corner as far as blessings, what's coming up next for pile number 1. Thank you so much, spirit, and thank you, pile number 1, for allowing me to tap into your energy. All right, so you could very well skip forward, like I said, but this might take a little bit. We have displacements. And we have Sun in Aquarius with opportunity. I'll show you these. Readiness for change. Okay, so that's number 13 and number 11. We got inspiration. Wow, I'll take a look at that card. Very beautiful with the sunshine and the yellow. Let's keep going. Clear and concise message, please, for pile number 1, spirit. I'm so blessed and grateful. Thank you so much. All right, so look at this card. The traumatized affirmation. I acknowledge that I have been traumatized, but also that I am healing. All right. Let's put that right there. What's coming up next for beautiful pile number 1, spirits? We've got 2 cards coming out. Full moon in Scorpio. Breathe through the tension. And we got last quarter moon in Aries. Work through your feelings. Okay, let's put that there. And we got victim. Light attribute prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. And the shadow attributes, playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, inability to maintain personal boundaries. All right, let's put that right there. Drawn from these cards, so this is my first time using these beautiful cards. Let's see what message you have. Pile number 1. Integrate your knowing. And we got the fish with the number 34. Oh, and there's a number 9 right here. Okay, and now we'll be pulling from 2 tarot decks. We got the Lovers. And we got the Chariot. Okay. We got Cancer. Oh, sorry, this is the Moon. Okay. The Moon, and we have the Chariot. Wow, the Chariot coming out twice. I was inspired to use 2 tarot decks. I don't generally use 2 tarot decks in the same reading, and we can see now with the 2 Chariots that there's a very clear message coming through. Let me just make sure that I'm all in frame. Perfect. Okay, so beautiful pile number 1. What is in store for you? Well, I do see a heaviness in regards to where you're coming from. Okay, so I do see that you've been in a very heavy state. You've had a lot of challenges that were keeping you and holding you back. There's been almost a sense of inability to move, almost a sense of loss of self. I feel like there has been this just hanging on to making it another day type feeling or energy that you've been kind of trying to just maintain to get through tough situation. Okay. Now, what Spirit wants you to know is that you're entering a period of time right now where all of this experience has geared you up for what's in store around the corner. And the lesson you have learned in this experience, okay, for everyone it'll be something different, but I feel like for everyone here that has picked this pile is experiencing a very painful lesson. And this painful lesson is tied to what's coming around the corner. There is this readiness in you to be able to adapt to this situation. Okay, you're inspired to be able to maneuver in such a way that you weren't able to in the past, have you had not experienced, and work through your feelings and your self or your sense of self, because you really had to go within and find yourself and this part of yourself that maybe you didn't even know existed. Maybe you felt as though it was held back in some capacity. You had to really almost feel your way through this dark time. Okay, now this opportunity coming towards you is a choice, and this choice that you have is coming in very quickly with the Chariot here. And both tarot decks that we pulled, okay, have resulted in the Chariot. And the Chariot talks about movement. It does talk about travel, okay, and it also talks about balancing dark side and light side, willpower, and juggling these sides of us to pull through adversity. And I feel like the dark side, the adversity, the challenge, the struggle, the boundaries you've had to put up in a situation is done, and water under the bridge as far as where you've been. But you're not going to have to face this challenge anymore. This lesson is experienced, what Spirit is telling me. Now you're moving towards an opportunity in which there is a decision that needs to be made. And as far as once you make this decision, okay, because it's certainly free will and up to you to make this decision. This could be coming, we'll get more clarifiers, but this could be coming in the form of love. It could be coming in the form of creation. It could be coming in the form of something that you always knew all along inside was coming towards you. Okay, this is what was giving you strength in this time of challenge. This is what was kind of calling to you as you were trying to just get along in your situation to make it, you know, another day, make it another hour. I feel like there was a very tough period of time that put things into perspective for you. Okay, so now this opportunity comes with a lot of excitement and clarity, and the lessons learned allows you to make this decision that you would have otherwise not have made had you not experienced what you did. So it is very tied, and Spirit wants you to know that this is why you've experienced what it is that you experienced, and your unwavering knowing about yourself and what strengths you had in this challenging time is allowing you to make the right decision here. Now, what Spirit also wants you to know is that it's going to take your leadership and your guidance to make sure that this steers in a direction that you want it to go, okay? And there is this similarity between not knowing when you were challenging and struggling in this past situation, not knowing whether the next day would bring something joyful or whether you would pull through the situation at any given moment. This is reflective in this opportunity because you won't be shown the whole opportunity. You're going to be shown parts, and you're going to have to use your knowing and your inspiration, okay, in order to guide yourself with progress as you move through, okay? So you're going to have to lead with intuition. This integrate your knowing. This again is you just knowing where you're ending up, where you're going is towards a direction that that feels right, okay? Feels right for you. And you're going to have to just lead in a way that you can course correct if you need to adjust, but Spirit wants you to know that the challenging times are behind you, and the challenging times have served a purpose in order for you to recognize this opportunity in a different light, in a different way. Now, we do see the fish card here, which talks about great abundance. Okay, so this could very well be financial abundance or an outpouring of love, but we do see the umbrella here. And what I'm picking up here from this depiction is that there is this need to protect oneself from maybe feeling like they'll experience this victimization or go back to a state that was feeling low, feeling victimized, feeling this sense of displacement of self and not knowing how to get through tension. So there is this defensiveness that you have coming into this situation, okay? And so Spirit just wants you to be aware that when you're holding this defensiveness in place, it might become a challenge when you're trying to lead the chariot or guide the chariot, because you're going to need both hands, okay? So there is this lessons learned about how we were able to breathe and move forward in a situation in order to trust and maybe let go of some defenses around obtaining our abundance, okay, in this opportunity. And I do feel like this opportunity is absolutely joyful here with the sun, okay? There is a certainty, there is this readiness about you to move towards what this is, okay? So you just have to choose it, and then there is some maneuvering and some leading of the chariot in the direction you want to go. Could very well be around travel, forward movement towards something, okay? And the moon just talks again about that only what it is that you need to see will be highlighted. This is also giving me, the dogs are kind of howling at the moon. This is this inner animal passion. This is almost this animalistic wildness that comes from within around a desire and inspiration that is coming from deep within your soul, okay? Let's ask Tarot to see, or we'll use the Tarot, we'll ask Spirit to see more about this wonderful opportunity coming in. Spirit, for pile number 1, there's an opportunity. What is this abundance? What can pile number 1 expect in this opportunity? What is this about? Thank you so much. Okay, 1 card went flying. I'm going to go pick that up. We got 3 cards here. I am going to want to pull 1 more. Oh, this bottom one is calling to me. Okay. So we have the 3 of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Swords. Okay, and that was coming in the reverse. We're having the Justice. Yes. And we're also having the 8 of Wands, and that was wanting to come in the reverse. Okay. Reverse Spirit? Yeah, okay. So what I'm seeing here is how it has been tied to the past. Okay, so for everybody, the situation may be a little different, but it is consistent that the past was involving another person, situation in which collaboration and cooperation needed to be had. Okay, and I feel like with those 2 guys kind of battling it out, it was very turbulent times. It was an inability to work together. Okay, there was this need for defending abundance. I mean, Pentacles talks about, you know, financial abundance. You see this one guy looking at the Pentacle, these 2 guys kind of fighting. It seems like nobody's kind of working together here. So I feel like in your past situation, circumstances, maybe there were people involved here or one specific person where there was a need to come together in order to collaborate to create abundance. Okay, Spirit is saying that there is this justice which is coming to this situation in form of an apology. Okay, whatever was kept hidden is now coming to light. There is this need for bringing things forward in order to balance out the scales wherever things were unjust, and maybe where things were discreet, they're now coming to the surface in order to allow for there to be collaboration. Okay, and what I'm really seeing is that this is a long time coming with the 8 of Wands in reverse. This is, well, the 8 of Wands talks about communication and a breakthrough and rapid speed. With this in reverse, it could very well be that there was slow collaboration here, that this took some time. This took some, this took some time to get going. This also talks about travel. So potentially there was a need for travel that never quite happened. Okay, there was a need for forward movement that never quite happened. And I feel like with this situation here, there's definite recognition in movement towards this abundance that might have been stalling out in the past. Okay, so we do have Libra and Gemini coming in heavy here. And with the Chariot, we have Taurus coming up and Cancer with the Moon. Interesting. All right, let's get some more. I'm curious to see. Spirit, can we get some more around what this looks like for pile number 1? What is this abundant opportunity about for pile number 1? Thank you so much, Spirit. We have the 3 of Cups. Okay, that one's wanting to come in upright. We have the 5 of Pentacles. We've got the 8 of Cups. And we've got the 6 of Swords. Okay. So 3s again, right? 3 talks about collaboration, talks about other people, could talk about a network of people, friends, groupings of people, could talk about a reconciliation of sorts. coming together, working together. Okay, so where there was no working together or an inability to work together, I feel like there's a coming together in order to smooth any sort of challenges. Okay, so any sort of challenges are now being brought to light. Anything that was maybe discreet or not openly visible is now being brought to light. There is this justice around a situation that was very challenging. There is this, with this Eight of Cups, it's walking away from something that emotionally was challenging, and Six of Swords, mentally challenging as well. So I did sense here that there was a very challenging situation with either an individual or a certain situation or circumstance in which you potentially had to pull away emotionally and mentally and maybe remove yourself completely for a boundary. Spirit is saying that by doing this, you've allowed for there to be an opportunity and a shift in your abundance in this situation that is now coming as an opportunity to you. Okay, that's going to need your guidance and control, but it's going to require you to drop your defenses. Despite what you've experienced here, this is over. This isn't going to relive itself again. There is a need to trust in the process. There is a need for there to be forgiveness in order to bring justice to a situation. Now, I don't know what you've experienced here that I can tell you to fully forgive, but what I can do is be honest as to what it is that Spirit is telling me. Although this feels very disjointed to me to say right now, Spirit wants you to forgive. Spirit wants you to understand that this lesson was one in order to move things forward, in order for this to allow you to open up an opportunity here, okay? And if this involved another situation, just know that this situation, the challenging situation here, is over. What you're going to be confronted with now is an opportunity for abundance. And although very slow going, there is this need for you to travel towards and not be defensive or have the boundary in which doesn't allow you to move forward with inspiration and clarity, because you're ready for this change. Okay, the timing is right. I think more of the change is ready for you is what I'm hearing from Spirit. Okay, so there might be some need for reconciliations in regards to collaborating, working together, coming together, creating something, okay, that might have not have been possible in the past, right? So this is what I see around the corner for you guys. It might be a challenge to kind of drop maybe the defenses here, but we do have integrate your knowing. And what your knowing is that you were strong enough to persevere through a struggle and a challenge. And you're certainly strong enough to guide yourself, knowing what it is that you see ahead of you is all you really need to know in order to move in the right direction. Okay, so this is what I have here from Spirit. I hope this helps, and I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 2. If you pick this piece of ammonite, then this is your reading. Look how beautiful this piece is. Just beautiful. I don't know if you can catch that iridescent shimmer. All right, so we will be shuffling the Oracle live. This might take a bit as this gets me in the zone of doing your reading, but we will ask Spirit for pile number 2 for a clear and concise message regarding what's coming towards them in way of blessings, what's right around the corner in way of blessings, surprises, what's coming your way. All right, so we have the Poet with the light attribute expresses soul insights in symbolic language, and the shadow attribute turns a lyric gift to negative or destructive effect. We have the last quarter moon in Leo with lighten up, And we got the full moon in Pisces with forgive. Okay. Let's keep going. Spirit, clear and concise message for pile number 2. What's around the corner for pile number 2? What big blessings can they expect? Thank you so much. And thank you so much, pile number 2, for allowing me to tap into your energy. I'm so blessed. Thank you so much. So grateful. All right, so we have this beautiful card right here, and it says the protector, affirmation, I respect people's boundaries and require the same from them. Okay. I'm going to pull one of these, Spirit. Can we have one card for pile number 2? One card. Thank you. We have, ooh, mugwort. Interesting. All right. Some of you guys could have been drawn to pile number 1 or have come from pile number 1, I'm feeling. Anyway, we'll continue on and see what we see here. Eclipse in Pisces, free will, serve your higher purpose. Oh, we've got Pisces coming out again. Interesting. We've got 41 with risk. We have feed your artist. Ooh, right, poet. That is very beautiful. Okay. We have stars, the number 16 or the number 6 here. Now we will pull some tarot from 2 decks here. Spirit, clear and concise message for pile number 2. We have the World. We have the Moon. We have the Ace of Wands. Okay. Let's pull 3 of these as well. Just going to move those over. We have the Knight of Swords. Okay. We have the King of Swords. One more card, Spirits. And we have the 5 of Pentacles. Okay. Just making sure this is all in frame. Perfect. All right, so pile number 2. What do we have around the corner? Wow, creativity, 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 and creativity. Okay, coming from a place of intellect and coming from a place of passion, coming from a very creative energy here with the Pisces. Okay, so I feel like a lot of you guys have been working on, or at least coming into a creative project in which it could definitely require either writing or could very well be reading tarot on YouTube, for example. But it would be something that would require you to express yourself, and expressing yourself through a creative means. There is this, with the King of Swords and this Ace of Wands, this inspiration and this drive towards this creative passion is coming from a very intellectual place as well. You have the ability to take your creative ideas and inspirations and bring it out into the world in a way that others are able to understand. Okay, and I feel like maybe you guys have been working on this project or putting something together, or at least trying to get something off the ground for a while. I think there might have been a little bit of a struggle or a challenge with releasing and jumping in 2 feet towards this endeavor. Okay, now could have been a little bit of risk involved here with the Five of Pentacles, and then with risk that potentially we'd be either financially at risk. Okay, maybe it required you to let go of something that was providing you financial freedom, and there was an unknown around what that would look like. Or it could potentially be a risk of being exposed in some sort of way, vulnerably out into the arena or the community in which you were sharing this creative passion or creations. Okay, and I feel like you've been working on this for a bit, and potentially maybe in the shadows of sorts, really trying to plan. And I feel like this creative project is just really inspiring you beyond any level of yeah, it's almost like this need now that you have to take your creative inspiration and put it to paper, or put it out there, or solidify the deal, so to speak. Okay, there is this knowing that this is your calling, that you're having to move forward with something. I feel like Spirit wants you to know that in any capacity where you've been maybe holding yourself back in some sort of way, either risking that financial comfort, or again, not wanting to put yourself in a period of being vulnerable or exposed, is now going to be a thing of the past. That whatever it is that you are needing to bring to the world is calling very loudly to you. There is a need for you to move forward and face this challenge. Okay, and I mean, I wouldn't tell you to go quit your job based on a YouTube video here, but what Spirit's telling me is to quit your job. Okay, that message is coming in very clear, not literally if you don't have a job, if that's not your situation, but if that's what's holding you back, Spirit is saying that it can no longer be, you can no longer sustain whatever was holding you back in order to keep this creative passion from getting off the ground. Okay, there will be this with this forgiveness here. I'm getting there's a forgiveness of whatever holdups or areas that you might fear are going to be at risk as a result of you jumping into this endeavor. But Spirit wants you to know that this is how great things are birthed. And if individuals were more concerned with what was at risk rather than what could be birthed or created, there would be, you know, there wouldn't be all this opportunity out here in the world, all this creativity, all this magic. Okay, so you definitely have something magical about what you're creating here, and it could be putting out music, it could very well be spoken word, could I just feel like this is something that you've been really desiring doing and are doing, but more in the shadows. Maybe you have like files and files of your work, folders and folders of your videos. all of this stuff that hasn't really been shared with really anybody that, yeah, it hasn't been taken off the ground. I feel like you're having to really move forward with inspiration, with this free will and the serve your higher purpose. I feel like you know that this is your higher purpose, but there is some fear in facing this challenge because, I mean, there's still the unknown of what potentially this could mean. But there is this with the stars. This is your dream come true. Okay. So let's take a look at the tarot and see if we could see more about what this all means. What does this all mean, Spirit, for pile number 2? What is this creative endeavor that pile number 2 is having to take a look at? And we have some more. Thank you. So we have the Magician. Ooh, yes. We have the 8 of Cups. Okay. We have the 4 of Wands. And we have the 8 of Wands. Okay, so this is coming in very quickly for you, okay? This is something that you're manifesting or you have been manifesting for some time, okay? And the Magician also talks about timing. This is the right time in order for you to leave behind anything that was not or is not emotionally fulfilling you. If it's that job that you're hanging on to because there's this providing you with some other sort of stability or providing you with financial in order for you to not feel like you're risking something, Spirit is asking you to walk away and trust that your emotional fulfillment in taking this creative project is manifesting exactly what you need in order to create that stability that you might be fearing of losing, of letting go of something in order to open the door to make way for something else. This is big, okay? So you're birthing something absolutely big, and this is why there needs to be a letting go, because you're at that point of, and I wouldn't tell you this if I didn't feel this from Spirit, you're at that point where you're so full of this creative passion. Like I said, I don't know, you have folders and folders of stuff. Now's the time to break through the market of whatever arena or community you're in with that information, with that passion, with that creative ingredient, whatever that is, because this is laying the foundation for your future, okay? And there is this, there's this focus on the right time, okay? Fast movement, because this is something that's going to be happening very quickly. And in order for you to be able to go with the flow of this, there needs to be a walking away, a letting go of something that's been filling your space up unnecessarily. Okay, I mean, maybe it was necessary at some point, but right now Spirit is saying it is unnecessary because you'll be getting your fulfillment from manifesting this creative project, okay, and driving it forward. Let's take a look at more tarot. Spirit, can we see some more regarding this for pile number 2? Oh, that went flying. I'm going to go grab it. There's 2 cards here. Oh, we have the Lovers and we have the 6 of Swords. Okay. Interesting. We have the 8 of Cups again, you guys. Wow. Yeah. And the Ace of Swords. Okay, so like I said, I would never lead you astray unless I totally believed in this message. This is definitely walking away from something that's not emotionally fulfilling. This is walking away, moving away out of turbulent times, anything that's mentally causing you strife. And I feel like balancing this creative project and whatever else that you are hanging on to in order to not face some sort of risk in your mind, some sort of thing that maybe you were telling yourself there was an unknown. If you were to let go, maybe there'd be some challenge. But Spirit is saying that you're now at the precipice of making this decision and going after your passion. Okay, with the Lovers, this is all about choice. This is all about free will, making a choice in the direction that is truthful and honest. Swords, the Ace of Swords talks about cutting through adversity, talks about truths, a knowing. It's also a clearing, okay? And I feel like right now is the time to act. There is a new beginning when it comes to you living your truth. And I feel like it is so sudden with this 8 of Wands that you're going to be called to make this decision. There's no longer this juggling or hanging on to two sides. There's facing the challenge, making this decision, walking away from stuff that wasn't fulfilling with this divine timing here. Okay. So this sounds super exciting for all of you guys. It's definitely something different, but it is in this creative realm. Spirit wants you to trust with this lighten up. Okay. And feed your artist. Allow your creations to be sent out to the world. It's going to propel more creations and more magic. But right now, I use the analogy of things being saved on your computer, right? Or whatever, like you're holding back this stuff that you've created and it's behind lock and key right now. And it's not allowing there to be growth of that, because by feeding this into the world, you then propel more inspiration around what you're bringing in from other individuals that are liking your creations, are sharing your creations, are inspiring you with more, with more energy to take that and build upon it. So now's the time to act. I have all the faith in the world in you and your ability, and I'd love for you to share what it is that you're working on. Sounds absolutely beautiful and magical. All right, so pile number 2, that's what's right around the corner for you. I hope you're ready. Sounds like a hell of a ride. Yeah, I'm very excited. We'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. If you pick this buck or this deer, palm stone, then this will be your reading. All right, so we will be doing the Oracle Shuffle live, or I guess on film. So this might take a little bit as I get in the zone, but we will ask Spirit for clear and concise message for pile number 3 in regards to, I think I'm going to take this dominance. What's coming up next for you as far as surprises, big blessings, what's right around the corner that Spirit wants you to know. So we have memory and we have dominance with 29 and 16. And thank you so much for a clear and concise message here, Spirit. And thank you, pile number 3, for allowing me to tap into your energy. I'm so blessed. Thank you so much. We'll take the bottom one on this. We have Sun in Sagittarius with adventure. Stride out into new territory. Okay. And we've got metal. Oh, look at this card. This came out in pile number 2. The Protector. I respect people's boundaries and require the same from them. Let's keep going. Last quarter moon in Cancer. Take a breather. I believe that might have came out in pile 1. Not sure now. All right, let's keep going. Warrior, light attributes, strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will. Heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice in conquering the ego. The shadow attributes, trading ethical principles for victory at any cost. Indifference to the suffering inflicted on others. We have the bear here with the number 10. And we have you, the muse, with the number 3. Wow, that's beautiful. All right, so let's pull some tarot from 2 decks here. Spirit, clear and concise message for pile number 3. What blessings are around the corner? What do they need to know? What's coming? 4 of Swords. Two of Cups. The 9 of Cups. Wow, that's beautiful. Let's keep going. We have the 5 of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Swords, and one more card here, Spirit. And we have the Ace of Swords. Okay, let me just make sure that I'm all in frame here. All right, so wow, this is an interesting energy. I feel like a lot of you guys have been in a state of either recovery, healing, guarded, just kind of taking things easy. And I feel like there is a situation in the past that has left you in reflective mode, okay? And this reflective mode has made you take a new perspective as to what it is that you want for yourself. And it's also inspired you to take control of your life and move forward in a way that's going to, that you're going to take control of your life, that you're not going to wait around for others to step up. You're not going to, you're kind of now in a position where you're ready to move forward, okay? And this is coming after a long period of rest, and potentially you've had to fight your way through these thoughts, because I feel like for a big chunk of what you were trying to heal or overcome was a sense of what it is that you deserve and what it is that's going to bring you your full emotional fulfillment, okay? So what Spirit is saying around the corner for you is that where you might have been facing challenges in the past, where you've had to recover and become strong, where you've had to maybe be a little bit more authoritative and fight through, you're now getting a second chance opportunity to go in a direction that is bringing this into your life. It's going to be emotionally fulfilling for you. For a lot of you guys, it could potentially be in a romantic relationship here with the 2 of Cups. If you're not looking for a romantic relationship, could very well be in a partnership of sorts that allows you towards a new direction of adventure. Okay, and this is coming out of a state of lack, coming out of a state where maybe you felt like you were missing out, and you are now ready to face a challenge with truth. And although a very painful situation has now turned into this lesson, I feel like you are taking control, okay? And because this is what's next, I feel as though there's this new inspired energy that you're really leaning into, okay, after a period of pause. And I feel like you are leaning in on yourself. You're leaning in on your own self-worth. You're leaning in on your own self-drive, your own ability to move forward and stand up and go after what it is that you want. And I feel like maybe in the past there was a dependence or a desire to maybe lean on others, or maybe wait for situations to kind of be in the right timing. Maybe you were kind of protecting yourself in such a way that wasn't allowing you to really be honest in what it was that you wanted that was going to emotionally fulfill you. But I feel like you are now coming into your own as far as going after what it is that you want and having to mold what that looks like. Okay. And I do feel like this is a new adventure for you, because I feel like in past times, maybe potentially you were kind of taking a back seat. You were being more guarded. You were maybe being a little bit more passive. You weren't as confrontational as maybe you needed to be. Maybe you weren't as vocal about what it is that you wanted in situations. You weren't really controlling a situation that was establishing dominance and control like an emperor would. Okay. And what this is doing is this is creating an outcome for you that is moldable, malleable around what you want and what is best for you. And this is molded in such a way that is not only fulfilling a desire from the past, Spirit saying, so whatever it was that maybe in the past you've been maybe desiring or kind of reflecting on, this is more than that. Okay, this is customizable to you. This is a new untapped adventure that's customizable to you, where you're taking dominance, where you're being honest, where you're being clear, where you're getting your emotional fulfillment. Okay, like I said, in a partnership of sorts, or an ability to balance things out in a way that you haven't in the past, because you've been either held back in some capacity or not able to control things in such a way that would allow you to break out of this feeling of lack. Okay, let's take a look at what Spirit wants to communicate about this situation. Spirit, what is this situation? What is this blessing coming forward for pile number 3? Can we get some more around the situation? What can they expect? What is this all about? We got the 6 of Swords. Okay. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the 6 of Cups. Wow. Let's pull one more here. And we have the Sun. You guys, this is beautiful. Yeah, I feel like there's been a lot of time healing, a lot of time to really identify what it is that you want with the Sun. This is clarity around wish fulfillment. Okay, and Cups is talking about emotions again, so it could very well be, you know, with the 6 of Cups, this talks about nostalgia, people from the past, friends, family, and acquaintances coming home. Okay, this is also giving me this heavy memory card, so it could very well be reuniting with past loves, past friends, past opportunities, but with a new revived understanding and clarity and ability to control a situation. Okay, being honest, slow going. I feel like potentially, you know, after this healing moment, you've been slow going, you've been careful, but you haven't given up, you've been dedicated. And I feel like you're definitely moved away from any sort of mental turbulency in situations that were causing uneasiness with the 6 of Swords. Okay, that's going into calmer waters. That's a new adventure, unlike you've experienced in the past. Okay, you're not having to deal with strife and challenges, because now you're more in control of what you want. You're more clear about what's going to bring you happiness. Let's pull some of these. Spirit, can we get some more around this situation? Sounds absolutely beautiful. For pile number 3, what is this all about? We got the 8 of Wands. Very rapid. Okay, this is a breakthrough. This is travel, communication. I'm also seeing here music could play a role in some of this, but I also feel like this is more communicating, singing your song. Yeah, I feel like that's what the message here is. It's an ability now to be in this Emperor. I call this Bear the Emperor, taking the dominance, control of your life to really talk and sing your song about what you want to go after, what's going to emotionally fulfill you. Okay, balance things in such a way that you get to enjoy what you want. You're now honest about it. You're clear about it. You're communicating it. You sing your song. Let's see what else we have. 7 of Cups. Okay. Lots of options. Lots of choices. King of Pentacles. And one more card here. So we have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords coming out twice. It's really facing the challenge. Okay. Like this warrior is going to face their challenge. They're going to go after what they want. They're going to drop their ego. They're going to use discipline, but they're not going to stop in the face of adversity like the Knight of Swords. And this is fast moving. Okay, this is also fast moving. And I feel like what we have here is this King of Pentacles with this security, this stability, this knowing of confidence of who he is and what he stands for. And it is security. Okay, so although fast moving, I feel like this is a long time coming towards what you want to commit yourself to. And potentially you were confused, potentially you had a lot of options, and you recognize and see all these options as potentials, okay, in this new adventure. But now you're able to really control and massage a situation in such a way that forms around what you want for yourself. Okay, you're not shying away from it. You're speaking your song. I feel like this is very, very, very positive. Okay, and I feel like you're very positive. I feel like you're in control for once. You're being honest. You're seeing that there is this way forward to move through a challenge, or what might have used to be a challenge is now looking completely different as this new adventure that you're able to be clear about and move away from any challenges. Okay, and I think you inspire yourself, knowing where you came from, knowing what you've gone through, having that period of rest with this you, the muse. Like you're absolutely, yeah, you're absolutely driven by your own desire, by your own knowing of getting what you want. You don't need anyone else. Okay, now we do see this partnership here, so it could potentially be, you know, knowing that you could bring this contentment into your life by just being yourself and speaking your truth, going after what you want, not depending or waiting around for others to fill that for you. Absolutely beautiful energy I feel here for you guys. Pile number 3. If you were drawn to any of the other piles, feel free to go check that out. Let me know how that resonated. Love and light. See you soon. Bye.